Have you ever found yourself in a situation where, despite your efforts to improve, to evolve, to change direction, something seemed to hold you back from within? As if there was an invisible, ancient force keeping you trapped in a familiar, shadowed zone. As if, after 1,000 attempts, certain emotional patterns kept repeating themselves cyclically, dragging you back into the same kind of suffering. And what if I told you that the roots of these blocks might lie in a primal bond, one so deep, yet so often overlooked, the relationship with your mother? Before diving deeper into this reflection, I invite you to support the channel by subscribing to Beyond the Mind right now. If these themes speak to your deepest self, here you'll find many more videos capable of awakening awareness and transformation. Carl Gustav Jung, one of the founding fathers of depth psychology, believed that as long as we don't understand the dynamics of our maternal bond, we remain unconsciously trapped by inner patterns that subtly but powerfully condition us. This isn't about finding someone to blame, nor about pointing fingers at the past. It's about looking inward honestly at the wounds we carry and how they shape our daily choices. The mother is much more than a personal figure. In the collective unconscious, she represents a universal archetype, a profound symbol that shapes how we love, how we perceive safety, how we seek belonging, and even how we see ourselves. Whether your mother was warm or distant, gentle or strict, the imprint she left inside you is like a background melody that accompanies every relationship, every emotion, every decision. From the very first moments of our existence, long before our thoughts could form ideas or words, the maternal figure becomes our first major point of contact with the world. It is through her gaze, the tone of her voice, the warmth of her embrace, and the quality of her presence that we begin to build an emotional map of the world. It's there we learn what it means to be seen, recognized in our uniqueness, accepted in our need for closeness, protection, and love. She teaches us, for better or worse, the language of affection, security, intimacy. But it is also often from that primary relationship that we unconsciously learned the other side of the coin. If our mother was distracted, anxious, critical, or absent, we may have learned early on that love must be earned, never taken for granted, that we must deserve it by behaving well, repressing uncomfortable emotions, becoming good, useful, quiet. In such cases, alongside the need for emotional nourishment, a deep fear of rejection may have been born, anxiety over never being enough, or the constant desire to please, even at the cost of losing ourselves. These internalized mechanisms root so deeply that they become true emotional reflexes, silent programs still directing our behavior years later when we are already adults. And precisely because they are unconscious, they become powerful. So without even realizing it, we might find ourselves seeking in others, in partners, friends, colleagues, exactly what was missing back then. A gaze that truly sees us, a presence that reassures us, an unconditional love we still fear we don't deserve. Jung left us with a crucial teaching. What remains unconscious returns to us in life as destiny, often called bad luck or fate. In other words, if we don't bring these deep bonds into the light of awareness, we're doomed to repeat them endlessly, projecting them into the present, drawn always to the same relational patterns, the same wounds, the same disappointments. Facing our earliest dynamics isn't easy, but it's the only way to break the cycle and finally start living free, healthy, authentic relationships. Think about it. How many times have you sought validation from people who couldn't give it? How many times have you chosen silence to avoid conflict, sacrificing your needs just to keep someone's love or approval? How many times have you felt invisible, not enough, inadequate? These emotions don't arise by chance. They often stem from messages internalized in early childhood. Maybe you were taught that you had to earn love, that only by being good, obedient, available, would you receive affection. And now, even as an adult, that voice still speaks to you, pushing you to give too much, to adapt, to forget who you truly are. Healing begins the moment you stop and observe, when you recognize that this pain isn't your fault, but your responsibility. Yes, because it's you, today, who gets to choose what to do with it. We can't change the past, but we can change the meaning we give it. We can choose not to pass on that wound, and if what you're hearing now resonates within you, take a moment to share it with someone who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Beyond the Mind. Your awareness can inspire others to begin their own inner journey. The path is not simple. Often it's scary. It forces us to let go of illusions, to see our parents as human beings, with their shadows, their limits, their fears. Sometimes it means giving up the idea of what we wished we'd received and learning to offer it to ourselves. But in that letting go lies immense strength, the power of emotional autonomy. Jung spoke of the process of individuation, the journey that leads us to become fully ourselves, beyond masks, projections, and family conditioning. When you begin walking this path, something changes. You stop feeling like an eternal child searching for approval. You begin to become an adult, in the deepest, most spiritual sense of the word. Being an adult doesn't just mean paying bills or having responsibilities. It means being able to hold your own pain without projecting it onto others. It means staying present even when the past knocks on your door. It means loving without dependence, saying no without fear, choosing yourself, finally. And when you begin doing that, you realize the bond with your mother is no longer a chain, but can become a bridge, a passage toward a broader understanding of your story, your humanity, your soul. This isn't about cutting that bond. It's about transforming it, moving from dependence to freedom, from reaction to responsibility, from wound to wisdom. Bringing awareness to the maternal bond is not just a personal act, it's a spiritual one. It's like opening a door inside yourself and turning on the light in a room that's been dark for too long. And it's right there, in that light, that your true story begins. A story no longer written by pain, but by truth. And you, are you ready to rewrite yours?